Scott, you ready? Okay. Kim, are you...
No one makes movies like Edgar Wright does. The young director has made a name for himself in the film industry by taking every scene and making the most of it. He takes mundane aspects of film, like transitions and sound effects, and uses them in the best way possible and making the most of every single frame. I'll be showing you his history in the film industry, showcasing all his work, like his transitions and visual comedy, and explaining why he deserves to be set apart from other directors. Edgar Wright is a relatively young director who's solidified himself in the movie industry by creating his own style that he developed from working on music videos all his life and incorporating that into the big screen. He started working on music videos since he's been pretty young, and the influence really shows in the movies that he's making today. He has music-inspired movies like my personal favorite, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, a movie about a 20-something-year-old in a band, and his blockbuster hit Baby Driver, which is essentially a song of a movie. Even in movies like his zombie flick, Shaun of the Dead, he incorporates music into it by filming and editing scenes to the beat of a song.
Okay, John. It's time at the bar.
And his signature jump cut montages that are thrown into almost all of the films he's made. What I love so much about Edgar Wright is that you can tell when you're watching one of his movies. Not just by how he puts in music and sound effects into his scenes, but because you can watch how he emphasizes what other comedy directors don't. Visual comedy. Let's take a look at a normal scene, something you'd see in almost any kind of movie, a character yelling and bickering at another character.
So you make love to me, and then you go back to your husband? Was that your plan? Was that a test that I didn't pass?
In this scene, there's not much going on, there's not much more to it other than just the shots of them arguing with each other. But let's take the same concept and add a little Edgar Wright magic to it.
So, what can I get you?
Is there anywhere you don't work?
They're called jobs, something a ball like you would know anything about. And by the way, I can't believe you asked Ramona out after I specifically told you not to do that.
How are you doing that with your mouth?
Okay, maybe that was an unfair example. How about we take a character who is at a party and doesn't want to drink just to disappoint all his friends? What a normal director would do is he would play out the scene by just having the characters stand around and talk with each other about it, like this right here.
That's my friend Mitch. He owns the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, yo, man, come hit this right here. Hit this.
Oh, yeah. No, I appreciate it, but I told my wife I wouldn't drink tonight. Besides, I got a big day tomorrow. But you guys have a great time.
A big day? Doing what?
Or Edgar Wright would take that and he'd make his own concept out of it, like this scene from his 2013 movie The World's End.
What?
I don't believe this.
Not only does he add visual aspects to his movies, he incorporates a lot of sound into his movies in creative ways. Like I mentioned earlier, he will set up a scene to the beat of a song.
And roll sound.
I want to have as adopted babies.
Alright, on your marks, everyone.
Edgar Wright has been praised and recognized for his innovativeness in the movies he's written and directed. Despite being well known across Hollywood and almost all of America and Europe, he doesn't get many job offers for big blockbuster movies. Wright had quit the production of Ant-Man, which would have been his biggest movie yet, for the same reason why he doesn't get these big offers. He's too stylish with his movies. All these extra sound effects, transitions, and visual comedic aspects make his films fantastic, but they also cost a lot of money and take a lot of time and resources. Big companies try as hard as they can to make the best movie with the least amount of money spent on it, which most of the time means stuff like this gets left out. But that's not going to stop him. He has a new movie in the works that's planned to come out sometime in the next few years, a psychological horror, which is a genre that he hasn't made a film on before. Being such a big fan, I'm very excited for it, and I'm hoping you are too after watching this. Thank you.